I look over and there he is on one knee, and I was like, and everyone was standing there. It was like one of the sweetest. I was shocked.
Here with the dynamic duo.
Hey!
You guys, it is so cool to see you guys again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, season 1, it did something to me. It took me
You
there,
liked
took
it?
me places. It had a good balance.
We went on a
Yeah.
journey.
I was on a journey.
This is the
That's
word of
good.
the week for
Yeah.
me.
I
I
like
used it a lot.
Use it a lot.
Tell me about your journey.
My journey has went from what
Yeah.
to like, okay.
Okay.
But
I like
Chris's
it.
facial expressions in the show, just like
Yeah.
it's a signature for you, brother. I like
Yeah.
this. I like these
Okay.
awesome
What I
faces.
do in life? Just confused.
That's what it is
Yeah,
to just be
just
around
confused.
him. It's
Yeah.
always like it's like if he had a question mark
Yeah.
in
Is
front
he
of him.
here? Yeah. Hello.
Earth to Chris.
Yeah.
I love that. Hey, season 2, it's about to be here. Why are these die-hard, like, true crime fans going to be in love with this one?
Well, I think we just upped the stakes here. We got a baby now, and
Lord.
Matt, the serial killer, is kind of part of the family.
Which is not good.
It's not good.
You don't want a serial killer part of the family.
No.
But if he's part of the family, you should befriend him
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
be on their good side.
That's true.
Which
That's
they
a good
do.
tip.
We're
Yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna try and get behind this.
Yeah.
You know, and Ava can't help diving back into that true crime life too, even though she's, you know, a new mom now. But I will say a lot of questions are answered from season 1, which is great.
Oh,
and then we
good,
kind of
good.
dive into a whole new storyline, which is really fun and surprising. There's possibly another killer, or is it Matt again, or is it a copycat? That's like the big question of the season. It's fun.
I like that. And last time you told me there was a lot of unusable magic from season 1.
That's
We
a good
haven't
memory.
used that in a while.
No.
That was a
Yeah.
little slow.
There's even
Yeah,
more
even-
unusable
yeah.
magic.
Even more?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
Lots of
that. Okay.
stuff
That
just
just
didn't
they
make
can't
it
use,
in.
and he kept saying we got to cut there. And
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
Yeah. That's magic.
It-
And they said it's unusable.
It's unusable, but
Yeah.
magic.
Magic.
There we go. But also now you're a mom. You're a mom
am.
of this one right here. Now tell me, how did that prepare you, like in season 2,
Yes.
for those first 6 months with Matilda?
Yes, it was. There were definitely parallel moments. You know, having a new baby on our show and me having a new baby. A lot of the stuff that was happening in my real life,
Lord.
and we wanted to kind of not make fun of it, but like I like that we decided to have her kind of trying to be Miss Perfect Mom for just a half moment in time, which we all want to be perfect and do the right thing. But I realized very early on, like a few months in, I'm like, okay, I got to do this my way, and it will never be perfect. And I've loved how Ava kind of finally said the same thing, you know. And we kind of, you know, poke fun at that a little bit because we are way too hard on each other out in this world, as far as new moms and mom shaming
Talk
and what
about
you're
it.
doing wrong. It's like, mind your own business.
Yeah.
Every mother, every father, every kid is different, and everyone needs something different. So that's how I feel.
I feel like I'm in church. Come on now. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
amen.
grab the collection plate.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on now.
This is usable
Yeah.
magic.
Preach. That's
And,
Thank you.
I,
stuff.
and also not the mommy and me classes, right? We're not a fan. Hey,
So
I don't know if
I
you know about this,
joined
Chris.
a few of those, and they were not for me.
Yeah.
That was part of some of there was some, I mean, it was funny. It's funny because some of these people take this very seriously, and
Yeah.
I just could not jump on the mommy and me bandwagon.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a lot of stuff with her, but those sort of things didn't really. But that's why I loved how in the show we kind of, it was paralleled, and we kind of didn't make fun of it, but showed the funny side of it, and like you don't have to be that way. Like
Yeah.
Right.
go your own path.
But you also told me in season 1, because we interviewed season 1, you said that Matilda might be making an appearance in season 2. Is that true? Is she making a cameo?
Pictures.
Pictures.
We got a lot of pictures in the house.
She came to visit us.
A lot of visits.
Yeah.
What was
great.
that like?
Oh, so she's adorable. She's adorable.
She loves her Uncle Chris.
She does like
I'll
me.
go next.
Yeah.
She
and I
does.
like her a lot
She
too.
does.
She just made everybody happy when she was there. We were all in the
I wanted
better
that
spirits.
picture of her on the camera, and I got it. Like sitting there on the camera. Like when I was a kid, I was like the first time I was on a set, I got to like sit behind the camera, you know. So I got to take that picture of her
that's
next to the
adorable.
camera, and it was very sweet.
Sweet.
That's
But yeah,
adorable.
good
That's
experience.
adorable.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know if you know this, Chris, but I'm about to ask her a question. I want to see how you brace for this.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
This young lady right here
Yeah.
goes to sleep to Dateline?
Oh well.
We talk about this a
I've
lot.
experienced it myself.
He has a real story about
Yeah,
this.
we
Tell me
were,
about it.
we
Tell me
were,
about it.
we were had a long day. It was a lunch break. We put our feet up to go to sleep.
In like a dark room.
Yeah, it was like, okay, we need this. She must have been struggling with her sleep. And next thing I know, and I was just about
Like about
I
to
was
go.
just about to go, and then she reached for her phone. It kind of lit up, so I was like, oh, what is she doing? Scrolled a couple times, play, and then it was like, Susie went to work. but she never returned. And then I was like,
I then
"What?"
went right to sleep.
Yeah.
He woke
yeah,
up.
Then she was like,
And then he
Yeah.
woke up.
Just-
and he's
and I
like,
was
what happened to Susie?
Yeah. I was freaked out.
He
and that
couldn't
was it.
sleep.
Yeah.
And he's like, you turned on, I said, turn on
Yeah.
my Dateline podcast so I could take a nap. He was like, well, could you do that on your own time?
It was like a lullaby.
A
to
week
you.
later, he was like, did you ever find out what happened to Susie? I was like, Susie didn't end up well.
It's not good.
No,
for Susie.
you don't want to know.
She sleeps to it. It's
Which is crazy, but cute.
I like the sound of Keith Morrison. I like the sound of,
Facts. Yes.
you know, the Dateline. I just, oh man.
Yeah.
It really lulls me into a false sense of security.
Yeah. And I'm on the ceiling.
Yeah,
like
he's
this.
like,
See, that's what I'm saying. Chris' reaction, I can see. Like,
It's normal.
Totally doing it. Okay,
Yeah.
totally doing it. What about Tom? What does Tom think about
he
this?
cannot believe no, he really is worried. Because we watch everything, so like, I'll go to bed and he can hear it in the other room. He comes in, he's like, I don't think you should be watching this every night before bed. I'm like, I'm fine, bro. Like, no one sleeps better than me, by the way. I'm like, you should try it. I sleep great. It is concerning.
It is concerning.
Yeah, that it makes me feel so calm.
That is so funny. My lady thinks the same thing. I like going to sleep to. It can't be like loud horror noise.
No.
But some kind of thriller.
You like a little
Thriller makes
Dateline?
me not Dateline,
Okay.
but thriller movies.
Okay.
Thriller
Oh, yeah.
movies put me
That's
gives me
interesting.
calmness.
I like to listen to the rain, you know?
Boring.
Birds, the ocean.
Boring.
Yeah.
There's no suspense in the rain.
There's
is
no
there?
murder in Rain.
Well, that's I don't want murder. I want peace and quiet.
No, you
Yeah.
ain't getting that.
Listen, last time I interviewed, I told you it was I think it was April 2023.
Okay.
It was a Universal Emmy luncheon. Boo, you weren't engaged. Now you engaged.
I know.
I'm one of those guys who like the tea when it comes to that kind of
You
stuff.
do?
Well, I want to know, like, how did he do it? Was he a playboy? Was he smooth? How did he do the engagement? What was
I
his
did not
style?
expect it. He surprised me. He was actually shooting on the East Coast, and he told me he was shooting in the middle of nowhere, and we wouldn't be able to talk as much for a few days. But he had been shooting in the middle of nowhere, so I believed him. But he had driven 4 straight days to surprise me with our family, and he showed up out of nowhere at my ranch, and my parents were there, his family was there, just like a small group, and my daughter was there. And I look over, and there he is on one knee, and I was like, and everyone was standing there. It was like one of the sweetest. I was shocked. Yeah, he really got me.
Casanova move. Check.
I mean-
Playboy move.
Yeah.
Check.
I was like, so you weren't working in the woods? He's like, it's not about that. I drove 4 days. I'm like, okay, fine.
Was it tears? Was it?
It was incredibly sweet. It was very heartfelt. I just never thought that this would happen to me again. I mean, I've been very open about my path. It's been very rocky at times, and I never thought this was in the cards for me again. And
Right.
so I feel just like really grateful that it was, because we all deserve another chance, you know?
Come on, girl. Yeah, listen, it's your prerogative too. I totally hear you. I got to ask this one more thing.
Yes.
Are we starting any wedding planning yet?
No, not yet.
I'm waiting for my
Well,
invitation.
the invitation's in the mail, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris,
It's on its way. Did you move by any chance?
No, I keep
Oh, you're
checking
in the
the
same
mailbox.
house?
But it's not come yet.
It's on its way.
Yeah.
Chris, are you the party kind of guy when it comes to a reception, the DJ star? Are you going to be like?
In terms of this wedding, if I get invited,
Well,
I'm
sure.
going to be really
It's
excited.
the invitation. It's in the mail.
Okay.
Is it, Chris, I don't know. Chris,
don't
I don't think
feel-
you might be.
You're
I
unsure?
might be working it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
Can you bartend?
Yeah.
Hey, what would he
That'd
do?
be great.
What would he be doing?
If
Yeah.
you could bartend, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
That's going to be a
Okay,
disaster.
that'd be wonderful.
That is awesome.